Hello everyone, I am Gepwin. Welcome back to Factory Town, factory building medieval something or other game. We need to start emptying out these pastures because we spent the entire last episode trying to figure out how to work this this contraption. And it is sending out water stones, but we aren't using the outputs from these farms, which we really need to do. So there's two things that I want to do with those farms really quick. I want to grab some silos, and I want to put silos on the edge of the... Anyway, I want silos for each farm. I need 2 silos for each farm, and apparently I'm putting them on this side because I can't fit them on the other side because this hill is in the way. And one of these silos, we're going to pause so that we can just set up metal conveyors without them randomly filling the silos with things. Because we definitely have to just set up grabber blocks. There. So this makes wool. I want all of these middle ones to be set to fertilizer. There we go. I want all the middle ones to be set to fertilizer. I wish I could copy paste these things. It would be so much nicer. Oops, dang it. Fertilizer. Accidentally hit space. Nope, not books. Fertilizer. And let this thing start filling with leather, didn't I? Yep, so I have to ditch that. Now this grabber gets set to leather. Nope, don't do that. Grabber settings, come on. Undo. Undo. Alright, this one gets set to leather. This one gets set to wool. And this one gets set to wool. Or is that cotton? That's cotton. Where's wool? Wool. There we go. I would like some cotton. Cotton and wool, I think, are more or less interchangeable. There. So now we make sure that's got leather. This one does not. We need to get rid of the frickin'... There we go. Get rid of any leather that got into these stupid silos so they can actually fill with the fertilizer instead. There we are. Finally. So now we need to figure out where we're storing this stuff. I kind of want to make just a thing over here, because then we can make kind of a metal area someplace, maybe like over this way, in fact. So I think I want a couple of barns over here, because we can make a metal area over this way. We're going to take the stuff across the river. Yeah, that should work out. And for fertilizer. So I want a loop for fertilizer. And I want the loop for fertilizer to be up a bit. Can't freaking move. There we go. I want the loop for fertilizer to be up here a little. Come on. I know that I can build it through the tree. There we are. So bring the loop up here. And this isn't high enough to build over the farms, so I think I'm going to build around them. Just skirt around the farms and build it stacked on top of that other track there. Just like this. There we are. Oops. That one was not in a good place. And then we will take it straight across the river to my barns on the other side. And that is going to take out the fertilizer, and then the fertilizer is going to get taken 1 back into the farms and 2 into the fuel systems for, well, maybe not fuel systems. I can't decide on if I want to be able to use it with fuel systems or not, because the fuel system, it's nice to use it in the fuel systems. It's a good backup, so I might have like a backup of the fertilizer with the main one being coal. So we empty into these barns. fact, we can just cut this a little bit shorter. There we go. I need to make sure that I maintain a massive number of planks. Don't have any planks I actually have here. Oh, only 100 something. So we need to make a couple of things for plank storage because I use just insane numbers of planks building these bridges and things. Yeah, just insane numbers. Okay, but we can use the rail tiles. You know what I'd like is if I could click on stuff over here to build it. Rail tiles. The rail tiles I can just build straight over here. That's a good start. Now, unfortunately, I am going to have to do the frickin' roundabout bits here. Straight, nope, come on. Dang it, no, get rid of that. Okay, now give me the straight rails. There we go. You have to build straight rail. They automatically curve. The rails like automatically curve if you have an empty thing, but they don't they automatically curve too much. So if I were to build rails next to each other like on this thing with letting them auto curve, it would be a disaster. So now these ones I only want these to be grabbing from the fertilizer bins. So I want rail stops from the fertilizer bins only, and those are going to go into these two barns. Alright, and then I make rail carts, and rail carts are great because they don't take population. No population. 2 should be okay for the minute. 60, 60, 60, 60. Yeah, these aren't actually building that. These aren't building that well. Possibly. There we go. And then move tool. There. Oh, what happened? Oh, my rails. No. There we go. Go! Go, go, go. What happened? What happened? Why didn't they... Oh no, what happened? I've done this before. They should be able to take out of that part of a silo. I don't understand. Output. No. Yes. Yeah, this is odd. Output. Output. Yeah, weird. It didn't make him output stations for some reason. Okay. That's what happened. And now we can drop off fertilizer into there. Okay, 40 fertilizer at a time. These are already down to like 20. That should be fine. Those two carts should be okay. So now, how's the water on these things doing? 1, 1, 1, and 1. So the water's kind of an issue. Oh, darn it. Would you build where I tell you to, you stupid bridge blocks? Forgot that I needed a too wide bridge to... Ah, seriously! Get rid of that stupid one. I forgot that I needed a too wide bridge in order to let these pass each other. That's my fault. Would you build... What the... Come on. Come on. Oh my. There. There we go. Thank you. I just need water crystals. Now, my water crystals are backing up. I'm not getting enough recharge. Not getting enough recharge from the water crystals. Which I can just expand this direction. I was thinking about this morning. Like I need more splitters. But that will go through here, and then these will output onto this line. And that should give us a pretty constant output of these crystals. I mean, we're getting a more constant flow. A little bit more. We're still getting backups. Apparently making these things run off of crystals is not necessarily worth it. But the way I built this rail line, I don't really have a good way to do other things with it. Having this run off of water crystals was a little silly, honestly. I wanted to see if I could make it work. But it's actually slowing down everything. Yeah. So we're going to stop this malarkey. Fire crystals are great because we can use fire crystals for all kinds of stuff. I'm going to regret the fact that I just had to get rid of that many water crystals, I feel like, but couldn't be helped. Now I can't actually select more than one of these at a time, which means I have to actually delete every single one of them. There. And then of course I have to go in here and remove these. Oh, right. I can't remove those until I have selected power networks and mana pipes. Then I can use the deleter, but not until then. Having these work off of mana connectors was stupid. And I can admit that. And we're going to redo this. So this was basically the entire last episode I spent trying to set up these water pipes. Magic water things. But all for naught. All for not. Naughty knots. Alright. All that's gone, right? Yep. Back to normal. Said back to normal. So, what I actually should have done, just built 4 wells. Because, why not? There's no reason not to. If we're being honest. Also, I probably should flatten the terrain down a teeny bit. No. Dang it. It stuttered. Flatten terrain down. Come on. There we go. Now I need wells. Wells. They can just be right next to these silos. Just like that. Then... come on. Belts come off of these wells. And then we put grabbers on those belts. And then we have it all set up. Yep. Grabber. Those all get water. Each of these now has an infinite source of water that we can build and have complete control over. I don't know how fast they're going to be using up their grain now. But it's a start. And now we also have a problem where we're going to start having a backup of other resources. So I'm definitely removing grains. Okay, earth resources. Earth is finished researching. So time to get rid of all of this. All of this. I need to send the earth over here. Like, I need to. So, we're going to build a little bit over here, but I need to send the earth to this machine, which we will set up to make earth crystals as well. There we go. This machine here is going to be making earth crystals. The same way it's currently filling up on water crystals. Which should be filling up this barn really nicely. Right now we've got air, we've got fire, and we're going to have earth. Earth can kind of go out along this thing. I just want all these barns filling. And then later that should make it pretty easy to make omni crystals. Once we've finished researching all this. Now pause, put in a grabber, and set this filter to earth crystals. Earth crystal. Is that it? Is that the last of the crystals? Show me my research. Teleportation gate. Yeah, purple coins. Lots and lots of purple coins. But that's it, really. That's it. Teleportation gate. Yeah, that's going to be all. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, here we have a rail stop. I've got an interesting idea I want to try here. That wouldn't actually work, but I want another rail stop. I think I just want... I don't actually have room to put any more inputs on this building. Like, at all. So we're gonna have to build one on the back here. And it's gonna have to loop around this barn. And through this little section with providing fuel. Okay, there we go. That stinks, but, you know, it'll work. And then bring it out this way. And this way, and then we'll connect it in to where the earth is. And that's providing air crystals. I wish I had a better way to... Oh, if you click and drag, it just builds on the same level. That's helpful. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. You can kind of only click and drag in one direction, but it still works out well. All right, now, can I do this so that it stays on the same level? I think so. Remove this. Okay, there. Remove that, and also that. D, S for silo. Build a silo. The silo will fill up easier. Yes. Now, rails. Full on this way. Come on. Just rails go that way. Cannot afford. Out of rails. Where's my rail building? How am I out of rails? Where is my rail building? What's holding up my books? Paper output, but just that, in fact. And that's fine. I think this is like the last thing I actually need to research, so I'm not too fussed about getting it done really, really fast. My rails should be over here somewhere, right? Metal workshop. Metal workshop. Nope. Nope. That's pipes that goes into this thing for enchanted pipes. Rail depot. Rail depot? What's the holdup? Stone! We have no stone. Let me actually see here. So, we can build stone. It costs 10 stone, and it's 100 something stone. Really? So this stone here, place stone, costs 10 stone and 20 gold. And each of these things has 100 something stone in it. So we just traded red coins for a big stone node. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't agree with that as much. I feel like you shouldn't be able to, I feel like you shouldn't just be able to generate stone like that for red coins. Yeah, I don't know, that doesn't feel as right. And all these here, let's see, these are full, but I don't know how, if these mines, do these mines use up stuff also? Probably. So this is still refilling. Is this thing connected up to the power network? It's not, but it's right next to it, so. Power network, steam connector, steam pipe. That's only getting 92. This is still like very, very good production levels. I need to just expand this. I can just have a full-on line of these things. If I flatten down the terrain, C, just there. Then we put in another. Nope, what? I wanted to copy that. Put another splitter there. With some more of these blocks here. And then conveyors. That fills up very fast, it uses very little resources, and then we just connect, it's already connected up. So if that works the way I think it does, with it already being connected up, this one should be receiving 100% power again. Yep, there we go. Now I think one thing that I should do over there, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to get something over there that I would like to do. But I don't know if I need it over there or not. Well, I probably should have it over there near more of my production buildings. So like over here, near like these production buildings that I need to fill up for the rails. Because we really need more rails. Also, this rail building can probably be on this network too, right? Yeah, it's already on the network, so why not? And then that will produce rails more quickly. Another thing that I would like to do, buildings, get a mana transmitter set up here. If I work backward, mana transmitter, silo. If I try not to use as many things, let's just see. Then we need belt. I think I might have learned my lesson this time. Rechargers. That's not flat enough. Flatten terrain. Okay. Then well, that should work out okay for this thing, except yeah, that's too close. That's the problem with that. Oh well, that can actually just output this direction. Move. There we go. That can just output this direction, and we can put that stupid mana transmitter back. There we are. Then we need the mana receiver. And then we need a splitter, and that should work fine, right? Mystics blocks. Splitter. Oh, no, I wanted that to have a silo. Silo. And then over here, and then the frickin' mana receiver. There we go, that's what I wanted. It's a little more compact, that works out. Now, if I made a... If I made a cart, if I made a wagon, I had this wagon grab there, would it be able to bring anything over there? Or can it not path there? It cannot path there. Doesn't have a way to get there. So if I remove some trees, and I give it a little bit of a bridge through there, and then I remove some more trees. This forest is kind of in the way, but if I give it a path... Now it can go. Okay, we did it. We did it. Now the wagon can get up there. Alright, and I want to start filling this with a little bit with wind. And then power networks, mana connector. I want to connect these three are rail production facilities. I want to connect our rail production facilities with mana pipes. What I want to do is have this mana pipe come out to here. And then I want it to connect to that facility, and that facility. And in order to do that well, I need a splitter right there. What is that weird green? I don't know what that is. And then I need these pipes again. What? No. Keep accidentally hitting the... Now I keep accidentally hitting remove instead of copy. What's going on? Mana pipe. Mana pipe. I need to take the mana pipes over this way. so that they can recombine and go down to the mana receiver. So now I've got this whole thing going. What's wrong with this one? There we go. That happened. So now if I let this go, these wind ones give some sort of energy boost to these things. They give this some kind of incidental boost. Right? Yeah. It's not getting the full boost that it needs yet. But it will soon. Yeah, 700%. It goes from 500% with the full workers to 700% once we get the mana in there. Okay, and we're going to be bringing in more mana stones with this cart. So we've got steam power giving it production bonuses and mana giving it production bonuses. But I still... This stone isn't being utilized for anything over here. Alright, give me this mine. This stone here is not being utilized for anything. Pause this. Get this as much in here as we can. And then I don't want this... I don't want this mining coal. Just want it mining stone. So this is mining stone. Over here on the rails, I want a rail line that goes here. And I want a rail line that goes here. This is temporary. But it's a good temporary. So going out this way, I want another rail line. And I want this rail line to go to this stone. It's going to be a long way. But we can do it. I have faith in us. Oh, great. We already hit a hill. Darn. I think in this instance it's going to be better to lower this part of the terrain into a little valley. Come on. There we go. Take it over this way. What's going on? There's a piece down here. Come on. Give me that. Remove that. Give me more of this. I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this, but I feel like I should be taking a high output from this and bringing it straight over here to fill some stuff. No, you know what? I don't think that's going to be the best outcome. Like, as much as I want to not interfere with this too much, I want this to kind of go out this direction a little bit. It means actually this stone I want to kind of bring over to something too. So I should probably have this outputting into a silo. At least. Maybe even a barn. Yeah, I think I'm going to want that outputting into a barn. But I want to make sure that it's a barn I can get the train to go to. Come on. Why is it giving me such trouble with the clicking and dragging? Keep going. Come on. I need to turn this back on so I can get additional planks. And so we can make more rails, because that was like the entire point of this exercise, is that we're running out of rails. Right now, there's some circumstances where we should. Like, right then, I was just experimenting with... Oh, come on. I'm gonna clear these frickin' trees. Oh, dang it, I need some of those trees. Well, let's clear these trees so I can see what I'm building. Come on. Need to build out and around so that we're not in the way of this. There we go. Now we can go back in to the farming and plant some more trees. See, the tree planting I like. The stone placing, I don't want to do that. That seems like a... Well, one, it's too hard to keep refilling that stupid node. But also, I want to be using some of the resources. So, I need something that's just making... Yeah, I need something that's just making more planks and putting them into a barn for me to use for things. I don't think I have a plank barn. I have this barn that's filled with wood, which is going into things that make planks. But none of these are going into... Wait, this is the plank barn. Okay, so I just need to, I just need to copy that these math blocks here. Alright, that's part of the problem. That gets used up quick. How many of these do I have going through this thing? We've already hit the problem of the backup on this. We're not recharging these fast enough. We're getting little bits of boost, so that's something. I want to make sure that we actually have a backup of planks. That go there. This is not. This is greater than. Greater than. Okay. That hooks up to this. That's hooked up to this. Inventory, sensor, filter, planks. There we go. And then offset to look at that barn. There we go. So this will fill up. Yeah, this thing here will fill up. We're not actually outputting fast enough for that barn. Interesting. For this thing to be getting proper inputs, it would look like it. That's not helping. Not helping even a little bit. Alright, this goes there. This one needs to kind of just... What's in this barn? Nothing right now. Why is this barn even here? Just a random barn for some reason. There, now this is getting an appropriate amount of input. We could even kind of up its speed with Steam connections. There we go. Want everything on Steam. Yeah, just like computers, computer games. Everything needs to be on Steam. Okay, that's going at a decent pace. It's filling this barn. We've already gotten over 100 in our backup, so we can do that. How's our rails doing? What's slowing down our rails? It would be this iron. Which means we actually kind of just need another harvester. Harvester, bring forth iron. Harvesters don't move faster on those tiles. This place is also getting speed from the mana. Sometimes. So its only actual problem is input. Did we fix that? Close to? Not quite. We could use another... Give me another harvester, actually. Gonna need to build more houses soon, but I want to use up this iron ore. Now then, back to the thing we were actually doing over here. Which was building way too many rails. Alright, now we need to actually place them in the right way. Otherwise they'll try to connect to this other line, and we don't want that. I was hoping that I could connect them to the other line, but it would take a lot of logic block stuff right now, and I don't want to. I want to be able to play with the logic blocks in kind of their own video when I get back from vacation and can just mess with them for a little while and not have to worry about it. There we go. So, rail stop, input to that building, not that building. Make sure that the input's facing the right way. I want a pusher again. There we go. So it turns around. And then the same on this side. Logistics blocks, rail stop, output there, and logistics blocks, pusher there. Okay, now we just need a minecart. I'm not too fussed about the... No, turn around. There we go. I'm not too fussed about the these being super efficient. One, this is going to run out of earthstone quickly, and our other patch is way over here. We got one patch there. We got a bigger patch there. So that's like one problem that we're going to hit. Yeah, I think I actually do need to just build out more of these. And terrain generation. Terrain flatten up. I'm not sure why I can't flatten these. Come on, just give me this. Just give me this. There we go. That works fine. So send these that direction. Good. Then I think the best way to handle this is just have splitters on all of these. They'll get pushed sideways and spread out as it goes, especially when they're full. And this thing can get like 5 of these at once. Look, now we've got kind of a more constant line going through. Yep, these two are out of stone again. Kind of exactly what I was hoping to avoid here. So, if I put a barn here, I really need to fill up this leather. Barn, if I put a barn here, I'll put into this barn. Okay, I think that's something we can output. Can this thing get connected to the steam line? Yes, it can. So we can hook this stonemason. That's not what I meant. This can't get hooked up to the steam line. But so what? This stonemason's hooked up to the steam line now. Why not? It's doing something. It's helping me with the thing. This, I think, needs to get hooked up to the earth crystals, which I kind of want to do anyway. But we don't have enough earth crystals at the minute. How are the earth crystals doing anyway? Got 19. That's not bad. 50, 50, 50, 50. So all these are full. We've got hundreds of those crystals right now. Let's see. This is actually backing up. What's going on? I need to see my magic. Show me my mana pipes. What's the holdup? Nothing's actually manufacturing. Okay. Because what? Because we're out of stone. That's why. All the manufacturing is backed up because we're out of stone. Which is what I'm trying to fix here. Unfortunately, that's my cap for the minute. That's my population cap. So. There we go. Stupid train tracks. Straight, turn, straight. Get rid of the straight ones. It's the liberal agenda. There we are. We got it. That way, and this way. Hopefully I have enough rails to do this, because I've got 140 rails. Now, I was thinking that I was going to split this up and have different rails set up down here, but in fact, I don't need that. I can get rid of these two harvesters. Use those resources elsewhere. And then, what I need to do, hook this up that way, and this up this way. So we are almost 100% good. Come on, rails. Give me the rails. We are pretty much 100% going to need new, more rail cars. Nope. To remove exactly the same rail, which makes sense. I understand why that's the way it is. Just could be slightly annoying. There we go. Keep going this way. Out to the end, through the trees. To grandmother's house we go. And there. Alright, this barn is filled with stone. Logistics blocks, rail stop, output, and we still have the input over here, so that's fine. Those go roundy round. This barn is sending stone to this via something? Production person? I'm not sure. I know we are somehow. This is full though, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay, here come the carts. Let's watch how fast this goes through stuff at 700 speed. It's not even using up the mana yet. It's pretty nice. Alright, so we definitely need to invest in a couple of more mine carts here. There we go, and come on. There we go. Couple more mine carts on this track. This thing is filling. Not as fast as I would like, but it's definitely filling. Mine carts are filling. Mine carts are bringing stone over here. See, that's the thing. I don't like the idea of being able to just build stone wherever you want. Stone should be something. So let's see. Let's watch this one. This is 224. Let's see if this one gets hit again. 224. Nope, come on. 224. I'm watching this one. Is it going to get hit again? It seems to go around in a weird circle. I think this uses up the stone. It's not going to get hit again now that I'm watching. I'm not sure how it patterns these. It's got a lot of stone to go through though, so that's good. But it will use it up. Like, I just want to have to keep going out and getting additional resources is the thing. Because if you can just build your resources with some coins, what's the point of that? So I do want to have a harvester. Because I want this harvester to be getting the stone and taking it to that barn to kind of supplement this. Do both. Use up this tiny little patch over here while this one uses up this big patch over here. And then we have to keep getting stone. You have to keep expanding. Keep expanding for more resources. I feel like I should have a storage thing between this and the other. Because right now that used up all of that stone and that used up all of that stone. But two of them coming in at the same time don't. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to have this drop off into a storage line and then into this. It might. Or what I could do. So let's see. Each of these carries 20, and this thing's inventory is actually 20. Trying to think of a good way to do this. I feel like I could handle this with a rail line thing. That would make sure this was getting a more constant flow of resources somehow. I feel like the only actual way to deal with this is to rebuild where these rails are. So that we have a silo in between. Don't need this path anymore. So that we have a silo in between these that can, you know, just carry on the stuff. So there we are, and then give me a rail. Nope, logistics blocks, rail stop. Like that, and then the silo will fill up with stone and we won't have that weird backup problem anymore. What all is getting the input from these stupid things? This needs 2 stone. The rails are near full. So 2 stone from that, yeah. I want everything delivered by trains eventually, I feel like. This thing is actually not delivering the stone fast enough. So I need a grabber, please. grabber. There we are. So that this can deliver twice as much stone. And then this is also emptying too fast, so we kind of need more rail carts. But we can make as many rail carts as we like because they do not cost people resources. There we go. 2 more. I should probably space them out a bit so that we don't have too big a drain on this resource all at once. Trickle feeding. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we've got this going and we are giving it magic boosting, which is the main reason that I wanted these, frickin' wind crystals. But we should probably stop this cart because, come on. Okay, cart can go away now. Can stop this cart because we have a 75-ish backup in the used up crystals, which is not ideal for what we wanted. We do have a basically unending, like we have a constant flow of crystals going through, so that's pretty nice. But we are gonna need more of these rechargers if we want any faster than this. So at least put in a couple more here just to. I don't know. There's no reason to do this, but I like boosting the production slightly. So let's put in a couple more of these, and that's the last thing we'll do. We just need to flatten the terrain slightly. Yeah, put in 2 more of those over there. I would eventually like to get this stuff powered with magic once I use up the coal. Once we use up the coal, I'd like to power the stuff with magic, but no, for now, that's not going to be viable. Oops, sorry. Build this out. Could build all these up and way up in the sky, since they don't need to connect to anything tangible. In fact, all the blocks are in the sky. So we could just come on, go that way. Are all these full already? Almost. Yeah. Almost, but the input's getting blocked a little bit. I think I actually would work better if I gave this one that side its own input. Yeah, that does work better. Good, we're getting a near constant stream going through. This one that's using up the most of it is staying, you know, sort of powered. I think overall, that's not working badly. Nice. We need more stone. We're gonna need more population so that we can up our stone here. I guess let's go back over to our nicer population district here. Add a couple more houses. We're gonna try to beautify this area later. Upgrade all of these. There we go. We're at plus 600. We're at plus 160-ish happiness. I'd like to boost that more. Need to get more variety of resources and more cakes and things of that nature in here. Speaking of which, how's the balance on our cake going? We're still oscillating wildly between milk and eggs, it looks like. I would like to set up a cake. I'd like to set up a cake production line that's more kind of based on our setup over here, where we have all the mine carts going around. But I also need to set up the outputs for the wool and the wool and the leather. And just because I need to look at it really quick, let's see what we would need for these cloaks. Cloth and leather. Make cloaks. And then we can enchant cloaks. That's one of the things that we could enchant. No, here. There we go. We could enchant cloaks to make magic cloaks, which would sell for 10 purple coins, which are the coins we have the least of, because that's cakes. We could also make jewelry. Haven't found gold yet, thinking about it. Yeah, we haven't really found much gold. Maybe we don't have gold. We might not, because this is an older thing. Eventually, next update or two, I should restart. We've done a lot with this. We're reaching the end game. I think maybe once we reach the end game, we can vote whether we want to restart or not with a new map that will actually have new updated resources like the coal and the berries and the cotton and the berries and the other things. But mostly we're just waiting on books for this, which means we're waiting on paper, which ticks me off, but this forester is emptying as fast as it possibly can. In fact, this forester is backed up. Which means we could use a grabber. There we go. You don't want it storing resources like that when you're trying to get resources into another building. So now this thing is not making paper as fast as it possibly could. It's actually backing up, even though it's got steam. So I should set this up with its own little... I should do that next time. Maybe just set up this thing with its own little... working as fast as it possibly can. Should set that up with its own little wind turbine thing like this thing. Though maybe one that only goes to one building, so we don't need such a ridiculous recharger array. Yeah, these are not getting filled as quickly as I would like. Oh, well, it's at 700 speed for sometimes. Just doesn't last that long. What was the one thing? There was one thing I wanted to click on before we left. Right, I got additional workers so that we could up the output on this thing. Still not enough. We've boosted it with workers and we've boosted it with steam, and it's still only at 400%. So we should boost it with our happiness as well. That's one thing that we need to do. The happier you are, the faster people work. So that's something that we can use. Yeah, but that will do it for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed. Got a lot more done in this episode than some of the other ones. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about restarting this the maps eventually, because the big update did add a lot of resources that we don't have access to. And we know a lot more about the game now, so we'd be able to set it up more quickly. Maybe make a better research facility. Getting pretty close to this being done, though. I think this is the last thing we make is the teleportation gates. Or Omni Stones. I don't know how we make Omni Stones. How do we make Omni Stones? Some places gotta let us make Omni Stones, right? Somewhere? Magic extractor? No. I don't think so. I don't know what lets us make Omni Stones. We'll figure it out eventually. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, do the subscribe thingy, all that stuff. My name's Gepwin, and I will see you next time.